Are you looking for the best juicers? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best juicers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Nama J2 Cold Press Juicer. What we love. The Nama J2 Cold Press Juicer has completely transformed my perspective on juicing. Like I said, I've had some rough run-ins with juicers in the past. The kind that take forever to set up and leave you with approximately 3 sad sips. So my bar was low. But the J2, honestly, it blew me and my roommates away. First of all, it's quiet. Suspiciously quiet. I kept bracing for the screaming motor when I dropped in a full apple, but it just kind of purred. Even when I loaded it up with hardcore ingredients, which are recommended to be layered on top of softer ingredients, by the way, like carrots, beets, and kale, it powered through almost silently. I tested it with basically everything we had in the fridge. Oranges, spinach, ginger, pineapple, cucumbers, you name it. Soft fruits, leafy greens, chunky veggies. It handled them all so incredibly quietly. I especially love the giant hopper because I can throw in big chunks, no endless chopping, and walk away while it juices. There's a smaller hopper on the lid that allows you to continuously load fruits and veggies while it's on, or you can pop off the whole lid off. The juicer will pause, reload, and let it pulse. No matter what, the quality of the juice is impressive and leaves the juice completely pulp-free, even despite us loading in some hearty, fibrous greens. It comes out super smooth and fresh-tasting, and it doesn't separate into weird layers like some juices do after a few minutes. And somehow, cleanup is not a nightmare. The parts come apart easily and rinse clean fast. I cleaned a total of 7 parts: hopper, lid, chamber, spinning brush, auger, and both juice containers, after finishing juicing. Nama says the parts aren't dishwasher safe. However, I did put some of my parts, the spinning brush and strainer, in the dishwasher for testing's sake, and they came out just fine. The other parts one hand-washed, which wasn't as painful as other juicers I've used in the past. Even the pulp was easy to get out of the pulp spout. There's a convenient hinge that flips open to let the hard-to-reach waste fall right out, so you don't have to cram your fingers up there or try to snake through a brush. TLDR, if you're someone who thought you hated juicers, hi me, or just want a machine that's ridiculously easy to use and insanely good at its job, the Nama J2 will change your mind about juicing for good and even impress your friends. Number 2. Nutribullet Slow Juicer. What we love. If you're looking for a high-quality juicer that won't completely commandeer your countertop, I recommend the Nutribullet Slow Juicer. This thing is surprisingly compact for how well it performs. It's the best pick if you're short on space but big on wanting fresh juice. Despite its smaller size, the Nutribullet Slow Juicer punches way above its weight. Like the Nama, there are 2 spouts that angle off the hopper. One for juice, one for pulp. The hopper is narrower and smaller, so I had to cut up everything into fairly small pieces to stick it through and use a tamper to get it down. But it handled everything. Fresh mango, juicy watermelon, crisp pears, leafy spinach, like a champ. The motor is strong and pretty fast, which helps squeeze every drop out without heating up your juice or making it taste funky. It's also quiet, almost as quiet as the Nama. It's extremely user-friendly too, just 1 speed and a reverse function if something jams, which honestly hasn't happened to me yet. Overall, I was very impressed with the Nutribullet Slow Juicer. It has a much more palatable price tag, especially if you're just dipping your toe into the pool of juicing, a smaller footprint, and makes delicious, refreshing juice with the press of a button. What we'd leave. Compared to something like the Nama J2, which feels like the Rolls-Royce of juicers, the Nutribullet is smaller and not quite as heavy-duty. Cleaning it is also a bit more tedious than I'd like. The parts are dishwasher safe, but you really have to get in there with a little brush to scrub out pulp from the nooks and crannies. And while the juice quality is good, I did notice a bit of pulp and foam, especially with softer fruits. If you're looking for that ultra-smooth juice bar experience, you'll probably notice the difference. Number 3. Ninja NeverClog Cold Press Juicer. What we love. I was skeptical setting up the Ninja compared to some of the other fancier machines I tested. The pieces felt a bit cheap and plasticky, and the auger, hopper, and juice containers were all significantly smaller than other machines I juiced with. But after running everything from hard root veggies to delicate greens through it, I'm happy to report, it's kind of a little beast. It chews through carrots, apples, celery, and beets with ease and is impressively quiet. Not as quiet as the Nama, but not that much louder, either. The setup is a bit confusing and isn't as straightforward as with the Nama or Nutribullet. The auger is horizontal, which takes up more space width-wise versus vertical setups that are taller but narrower. But once you get it configured, it's smooth sailing. True to its name, I didn't experience any clogging, even when I fed it tougher produce. Number 4. Omega NC900 HDC Cold Press Juicer Machine. The Omega Compact Horizontal Juicer is a solid pick if you want a powerful juicer and don't mind giving up a bit more counter space. It's quieter and easier to clean than many juicers we tested, and it cranked out impressively high yields of leafy green juice. As a bonus, this juicer is technically a nutrition system, meaning it can do a lot more than juice. Think nut butters, fruit purees, ground coffee, and even homemade pasta. But despite its versatility and power, the machine was pricier, $400, and bulkier than some of the top picks, which made it a little less appealing for everyday juicing. However, if you're game to give up some counter space for this all-in-one appliance, it might be a worthy investment. Number 5. Magic Bullet Mini Juicer. If you're really short on space, this juicer is about as compact as it gets. The 16-ounce portable juice cup is perfect for small batches or when you want a quick single serving of juice. However, don't expect to be able to juice a ton of fruits at once. The hopper is pretty small, so it's not the best for big families or heavy juicers. And while it's definitely budget-friendly, it doesn't offer the same high-quality juice yield as larger, pricier models. But for a beginner, apartment dwellers, or college kids, it's a solid choice.